Welcome back everyone to Bretopolis. We are taking a break from that cave that has been giving me so much trouble. And I think today it's time to start on the Bretopolis temple. That would always be a major commercial, not commercial area, a significant area for the people of Bretopolis. And I'm thinking that I will be building it along the side of this lake as soon as I get this tree out of the way. Who knows, maybe building this will give me an idea on how to tackle a certain double cave spider spawner that we have to deal with. Probably have to flank it somehow, but that will be in another episode. Alright, here we go. Now, the idea here is that we are going to be building our temple. It's going to be the temple of the 5 elements. Now, you may be wondering why 5 elements instead of the traditional 4. And that is because I've decided to go with the Chinese 5 elements, not the standard Western 5 elements, which I know may seem strange because the culture of this area I'm building is pretty much of a more of a Western style culture than of a Chinese type, but that's what I've decided on, so that's good. Now the idea here is that there are 5 elements and they're similar to the Western ones, but not exactly the same because, alright, we have fire, we have water, and we have earth. So those you'll be familiar with, but we don't have air. Instead of air, we have metal. And that's one of the reasons why I've chosen to use the Chinese set is because it's a lot easier in Minecraft to represent metal than it is to represent air. Because air is all around us and you really can't build with air. It's just, well, filler. The only time you care about air in Minecraft is when you're drowning. So therefore, we'll be using metal, and there are plenty of metals that we have to deal with in Minecraft. So therefore, metal. The other one as added is wood. And yeah. Obviously, we could build an orchard or an arboretum or something like that in order to represent wood. So what we're going to do with the wood area is going to be easy enough. What I've decided to do is to base this whole thing on a hexagonal shape, which is nice, but I noticed someone building something as a hexagon on the Bretopia server. I thought, hey, that's the solution I've been looking for on proper way of doing a hexagon. Because a hexagon I can see being able to achieve here. Because I was trying to figure out how to fit 5 elements into a square, and as you can see, it doesn't work out very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think what we're going to do is go for 7 and 8. We're going to have 8. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to have a central area that's going to be fixed up like a hexagon, and then branching out from each of those 6 points is going to be a wing. You say, why 6 instead of 5? And that's because the 6th one is going to be the entry, the grand entryway that's going to go into the central location, which is going to be shared by all elements, and then you go branch out into the individual parts for each of the 5 elements. Now you may be wondering, why am I building this thing if I could not finish the... Oh, I know. Get rid of the bow since I'm out of arrows anyway. If we could not do the temple over at, or I should say the shrine at Korra, where it's still unfinished. But it's unfinished because that was all about fire and I couldn't think of everything to do with it. I included 2 components in it, the nether portal and the and the auto smelter. And that is why I'm going to start on building on this thing, because guess are two nice things to have when you are in a city trying to build it. A nether portal, so I can go to the desert to help me get some materials from there, because it's been a long time since I went there, and the reason for that is it's so hard to get there. So if I can get a nether route to there, then all is well and good. So I'll be building a nether portal. But for now, the nether portal is more likely long term. At short term, I'll very definitely be needing a shovel for one thing, but also the auto smelter. So that's what I do for fire. And for water, a fishing farm sounds like it'd be in order. For wood, and ostensibly an arboretum, but I could probably treat that much as a tree farm. That's clay. Ooh. Wasn't expecting to find that under there. Metal. Well, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with metal. I haven't quite thought of anything on that. Perhaps have a guardian for the temple, an iron golem or something like that. I'll have to think on what I want to do for that. So if I build a iron golem, I'll probably wind up going towards the village or something like that. There we go. So metal. Now, what I'm going to do here then is I think I want to go 2 down, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 2 down, 1 here. Now we're going 8, so I want to go 1, 2, 3. See, so you got 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Actually, no, I don't want 3, 2, 3, 2. And actually, I think that will be what I want. Then I'll just head straight into next direction and turn around there. 3, 2, 3, 2. That's the bit I didn't think of. All right, we got 3, 2, 3, 2. Actually, maybe do 3 for here and then go in like this. 2. Now it's not going to be a perfect regular hexagon, but I don't think a perfect regular hexagon is going to be achievable in Minecraft anyway, but I'll say that a perfect regular hexagon is not what was decided upon when they did the design of it. So there. Alright. Let's clear this all away. Good. And now go back to this. 3, 2. 3, 2. Well, I'll have to clear out a few trees, obviously. Alright, get out of the way. And see. 3, 2, 3, and now this goes to that side there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I counting right? Hey! It's actually be somewhere close to what I intended. Well, I'll be near the. We will need at least a couple of trees around here so that we could have our tribute to wood within the common section. So I'm not going to chop down all of the trees. Where's my bed? Ah, there you are. And let me grab my iron. And always store some of it away. Oh, I brought over some from my old area down where the enchanter is. So I was doing there, seeing what I can do. Obviously, I couldn't do any enchantments. I had built the armor and all that stuff, but enchantments is something that is going to have to wait a while. And I brought some stuff up. I didn't bring any coal. Well, I'll do that. Well, what I can do then is, if I have so little coal, is of course make sure that is yes. Okay, I guess I burn some of that to give myself some charcoal at least. So I'm not going to run completely out of coal. All right, 3. What was I doing? Oh yeah, 3, 2. Well, that tree's in the way. You don't want to be a tree that's in the way, because those are the ones that get chopped down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, good. Sort of. And here is our hexagon, and this is then going to be our common area. And then there will be it's not particularly pretty, but so we'll just have to put some stone around it in order to make it look better, but it's working. I've got some of that charcoal that I showed you before, and I could make some stone blocks here that I can go and use in order to make the stone bricks I need for this. So therefore, that is it for that. There's my fire wing there. There is my nether portal. Here's way into there. I'll just have to come up with what to chop down, what to leave up there, and then come up with the overall design for the central area. So there's a bit still to do on the temple side, but we've at least got one wing of it, well, outlined. I can't call that done. And so next time we will... I'll decide which one to do next time when we return here to Piney Plays Minecraft Bretopia.